It's the Dirty Show, where you go to get familiar. For the culture, such a pillar and a winner. If you didn't know, now you know. DJ Dirty Dive provide the ill vibe, diving deeper inside to lives of enterprise of dope minds. Blending mainstream with what's on the rise. Well known for the spins, let this be the next on replay. My DJ is dirty, respect the CJ. Hey.
Yo, it's your girl DJ Dirty Die. Hashtag my DJ is dirty, and welcome to the Dirty Show podcast. I got my boy Skuzii in the building. What's up, Skuzii?
Hey.
Why you say hey like that?
I don't know.
What's up? How you been doing?
I'm well. Just been trying to stay busy and shit. And
Okay.
focus, keep things in line and whatnot.
I know that's right. Well, you always seem to be working to me. When you say you're working on other things, what are you working on?
Right now, pretty much we're wrapping up our next EP.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be called what was it called? I always get the title mixed up because we always come up with some wild ass titles.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I forgot it. Hold on, let me look real quick because I really like it a lot.
Well, I'm excited that you're on my album.
Me too.
And I can't wait for it to drop. I love your song, Jameson. It's so catchy to me, and I also feel like your song can be on like a bunch of TV shows and movies.
Fortune favors the bold. I had to say
Fortune
the part for that.
favorite? Oh, I like that.
Yeah, Fortune favors the bold. I got it from Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay, I like that movie. That was a really good movie.
Yeah. But, back to your project.
Huh?
Your project.
No, you said you was working on your EP?
Oh, yeah. I just thought I had to get the name out before.
Oh, yeah. So how many songs going to be on your EP?
6, like, right at the edge of, like, the definition of EP.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I like that. So, did you freestyle your song for my album?
No.
I don't remember you writing it. High Life said he thought you wrote it and you did it in the studio, and I was like, all I know is we did everything in that day.
Yeah.
I told you about it. You found a beat that day. You recorded that day.
Yeah, I just work really, really fast. I'm the type of person that's like, I really don't like to sit on things, pause, if that makes sense. But
no, but you don't. I realize that because
Yeah.
every project you always get yours, you knock it out.
yeah, because if I'm the type of, if you send me something, if we link today and you're like, oh, let's work on blah, 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 and then you send it to me 2 weeks later and you're like, I just need it 3 weeks, you'll never get that back.
Right.
I'm the type of person, if we doing it, let's ASAP, put me right there where everything is, and it's going to get done in like 15 minutes.
Word.
But I just think really, really fast. So
Yeah.
it's not hard for me to make songs, but we got to do it right there.
But you're a great songwriter, so for you to be able to do that in that amount of time just makes it even better for a person like me that's trying to find people that get on their songs. And then you like one take too.
Yeah.
It don't even take you long to record. Like some people take forever.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, I have my days. And it just depends how picky I am with things. Sometimes shit just comes out how it comes out, and sometimes it's like we gotta work at it. But I'm one of those people. I don't waste time,
Right.
but I also don't mind spending time. If that makes sense.
Okay. So what's your favorite thing about being an artist?
I like the fact that we never stop getting better if we allow ourselves to. Because I feel like with other things people can be passionate about that's more physical, like be it like athletics or whatever it is, you have a cap. You have a certain time, so your body starts going backwards.
Right.
But like with anything that involves your mind, God willing, you're just gonna keep getting better and better and better. Like if you, again, given the circumstances.
Yeah.
And that's what I like is that I'm very competitive just by nature, so especially with rap. So I know as a musician and as a rapper, I can only keep getting better as long as I keep challenging myself.
So out of all three, which one do you enjoy the most, as far as performing, writing, or just coming up with the concepts of the whole album?
Probably performing. Performing is like, I don't know. I mean, everything's always fun, but performing is just like a whole different feeling because you get so much different aspects from one thing. It's like you get to see like how people really feel about your music, and then again, it's like it's fun. I don't know how far we in, and I'm already about to give you a nasty innuendo.
Okay.
But it's relevant though, and usually what I tell people who are like more shy or sensitive performers, it's like when you come in, you have to in your mind you have the biggest dick immediately, and you about to fuck the shit out the crowd, and the crowd doesn't know it.
Right.
And that's the best feeling. But it's the same thing. It's just like if you come into a situation and somebody's doesn't really think you do something. It's like, you don't even know. I'm about to eat your whole ass. Like, but that's how it is with performing too. Cause this is like for me, looking at the crowds, like especially like if people see me come up, like I'm already OD light skinned, I got a saxophone and shit. They're gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be some soft ass shit. And it's like you don't know what the fuck I'm about to do. Like I'm about to fuck your whole day up. And like that's what I like. I like getting that. That's why I like performing for new crowds. Like it's always fun to like perform for people who support me and shit like that. Cause then that's a moment in itself that we can all just come together and enjoy the music. But I like that underdog moment where it's like you expecting the worst out of me, and I'm about to like fuck your whole shit up. Like that's the best feeling to me. That's why I like
that too. Yeah, I would say that's one of the joyous parts of just being in any industry, just being the underdog and showing up, and they be like, damn. Because when I first seen you perform, I was like, shit, who is this dude?
Yeah.
Because I had just walked in the upper room. I didn't even know it was a listening party, or at least I don't remember it being a listening party or knowing about it. And I was like, who the fuck is this performing? And then when you had LaCree sing one of the songs, it was like, oh shit, they dope as fuck, you know? So ever since then, I've been a fan. I think you're a hell of a performer.
Thank you.
Saxophone. How long you been playing that?
It'll be 18 years this year.
18? Wow, did you hear High Life added your saxophone parts back into your song?
I did.
I was like, oh shit, High Life, why you get... He was like, well, I still had this stuff. Yeah, that's what he told me. I love that song. I love all the songs you do, but, you know, the ones you do for me are my favorite.
Yeah, they're very good songs.
Yeah. So do you feel some type of way when... Well, if you know all your songs are dope, because I feel like I got some of y'all best songs. So do you feel some type of way that I have Jameson? Like, do you wish you would have had it or wrote it for yourself? Or do you ever feel like that when you do a song for somebody?
Nah, not at all. Because it's like, man, it's just good drugs. It's for everybody. Like, I just, like, because my thing is, nobody else would have gotten that out of me. Like, and it's just any situation, this is any multiple factors that you give a musician. You give me like a different producer I'm not used to it, or a different environment and stuff. You never know, you know, what's, so I like that challenge, like, for me, because I adapt. Me and Brian was talking about that earlier. I'm like, you know, you put me in any situation, I'm adapt to it. And it's funny because we was talking about it in a whole different context. But, yeah, like, that's what I like just give me a scenario and watch me that because that pushes me as that's that competitive part too. It's just like, just give me some shit and let me see what I do. I know it's gonna be good, but let me see. So
you went crazy over that running beat.
Yeah.
One night you was just in here just freestyling, going crazy. Killed it.
That shit, that's what I live for, man. So I like it. I really, the only thing that I've been salty about, and not in like a serious way, of course, is I just want to perform it. So I just been waiting to like be able to perform.
Yes, I can't wait for you to perform at the event. It's gonna be so lit. So y'all gonna have a fashion show. I mean, there's gonna be people walking while you're performing. I'm actually looking forward to it because I feel like I picked some of the dopest artists in the 7. I feel like y'all all good performers, dope writers. Have you ever thought about writing for other people?
I'm open to it, for sure.
I wonder how this would be sometimes. Trying to get in their head or write what they're thinking. It's like, almost like an artist to me sometimes. I feel like, dang, I need a bio. Maybe I should get y'all to write my bio because the way y'all flip stuff in the songs is just like so crazy to me.
Yeah, I think I could do it because what I used to like to do when I was in high school, like I switched schools. I was in Newport for a long time, but then my last year and a half, I went to Williamsburg, and Williamsburg they were just a little bit more open. Like I remember my teacher they would give us like options sometimes. It's like, well, you know, you can do this, you can do that, and one of the options would always be, you can write a song as if you were like this historical figure. I'm like, I'm doing that. Yeah, give me that shit, nigga, easy. And so they don't know, they didn't know how to rap and shit like that. But I used to say that shit every time. They'd be like, oh my God, that's so dope. I'm like, yo, you don't even know. This is an easy ass A. Like,
you enjoyed it.
Anyways. But because I can literally write a song about anything. Like, as long as you give me a general, like, of course it'd be better if I'm inspired, but I have the technicalities down. So if you just like, yo, write me a 16-bar verse about these black drapes, I'm going to give you a 16-bar verse about those black drapes. Like,
wow.
So that's
talent, yeah.
Thank you.
That's really dope. Yes. So everybody that comes on the show, I ask them to reveal something about their self. It's called a dirty little secret.
It's just funny. I remember how this went last time.
And the whole thing didn't even record, and it was hilarious.
Yeah.
We didn't Do you have a dirty little secret?
Man, I got plenty. I don't know if I'm gonna do the same one from last time.
It's
though.
fine. You don't have to.
I'm trying to think, because I'm not really secretive. I'm pretty open. Pause.
Or what's something that people that they might think about you that they have no idea, or something like that could be a dirty little secret as well.
I'll give you a straight up one that's still interesting. I'm a very good cook.
Okay, so people don't think you can cook.
I just don't think people would think to think it, if that makes sense.
Oh, right. With all the other stuff you do.
Yeah,
You
like
can cook too.
they're like, nah, you probably just make tacos and quesadillas. Like, nah, I do make tacos and quesadillas, but nah, I'm got a pretty good record in the kitchen. I used to work in the kitchen like for a minute before I got into more lucrative things.
For real.
So, yeah, I started on some basic shit. I was at Wing Zone over by Hampton, and like it was crazy. I didn't think I would learn how to cook there, but like the dude who was like the actual fry cook or whatever, he was at like a regular cook in his regular shit. So he actually showed me mad stuff.
Word.
And I just started learning regular shit there. And then when I quit there, actually I got fired. I started cooking at a retirement home, and I was cooking there for a minute too.
Really?
And I was actually cooking there.
So what's your favorite thing to cook?
To keep it a stack, I call it next level thought food.
Next level thought food.
Yeah, cause like thought food now, and it sucks because it's so good.
Next level
People
thought food.
like cause so people consider like chicken Alfredo and like spaghetti and shit like thought food, which is like
that's thought food.
Apparently,
I never even heard of thought food, so all of this is new to me.
Cause it's just mad easy, cause like anybody can make chicken Alfredo, like on.
Right, it's like a 15-minute meal. Yeah, it's like a
heat up pasta. If you're not making a sauce, you just buy the can or whatever. That chicken. But the next level to me is like I like making chicken parmesan.
Okay.
But it's real. But the thing is, it looks real cool when you make it for somebody. But deep down inside, you're gonna know that wasn't that hard to make. Like it was actually mad easy.
Oh.
But you still gotta know what you're doing. You gotta know like timing and stuff like that.
All right, so let me ask you this then: if you could name your music after a food, what would it be?
Outside of shrimp quesadillas, shit. You know what's crazy? I could probably like every song. I could have a different dish for it. Like it just depends on how I'm feeling. Like if I'm having a shitty day or something like that, it might be potato wedges, but. If I'm like, if it's like some lavish shit or something like that, then it might be like chicken tikka masala or some shit. Like it just depends on how it is. But I could easily come up with like a food name for any song though.
Okay. So I have a game I play. It's called Skip, Play, Repeat. I'm actually gonna play it at the listening party tomorrow for y'all songs.
Turn up.
So each song they'll get the vote if they will skip, play, or repeat it. But the way I do it on the show is I'll name 3 artists or just 3 things in general, and you'll just tell me if you want to skip, play, or repeat.
Okay.
All right. So in the category of R&B, between D'Angelo, Raphael Sadiq, and Anthony Hamilton, who would you skip? Who would you play? And who would you repeat?
That's a good game. D'Angelo's definitely getting repeated.
Virginia, stand up.
Oh yeah, Raphael Sadiq. Unfortunately, in this situation, I would skip.
Okay.
And then Anthony Hamilton, I'll play.
Okay. All right. Female version wise, Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, or India.Arie.
That's a not hard one, but it's like they're all dope. But Erykah Badu for me would be the repeat. Jill Scott would be the play. That would easily be a repeat though, but just for me, Erykah Scott, Jesus Christ. Erykah Badu will be the repeat in that situation. And then unfortunately India.Arie would have to get skipped.
Yeah, we'll skip India.Arie too. Only because I don't know enough of her songs. As far as
I was trying to think of a song now to
Erykah
just make a funny joke about, and I couldn't even.
I'm Not My Hair, that's the first thing that came in my mind. And that ain't even the other song. I'm Not Your Average Girl on the video. Dang, India.Arie, you gotta come back with some fire, girl. I wonder what Angie Stone doing. So what were you listening to on your way over here?
Let's see. Outside of our set list that we was practicing, me, honestly.
What's your favorite song that you've ever done? Out of all the songs you've done, which one you like the most?
That's a hard one because again, it just depends on the day. So far, I would say probably Snow Day, just because I feel like I got my point across that I was trying to say very eloquently. outside of that though, I've been listening to Hans. He's from Newport News as well. He dropped a project called Lazy Sunday. It's fucking excellent. Very,
you know,
very
there's
good.
a lot of Virginia artists around here that put out excellent albums, yo.
Yes.
Like classics. That's why I don't understand why we so underrated and why people don't come to Virginia to look for the music when they have those shows like Rhythm and Flow, like Cardi and B. How y'all not come to Virginia when y'all come to Virginia to get all the heat?
I think it's like more of a cataloging situation. I know that. I think it's one of them things where we are getting better out of necessity because I feel like we're starting to learn that we don't need everybody else, and it's more so like we've been trying so hard, and it's like, all right, fuck it, damn. It's just like I got a really good lesson when I was like doing my business stuff when I was in school, and one of my teachers had told me, like, and this was like 10 years ago. He was like, you know, eventually we're gonna get a point economically where the main people who are going to benefit from our economy are like small business owners with specific businesses. So like niggas with food trucks and shit like that, people who sell cell phone cases, people who do very specific jobs that you need have specific needs for, because people are going to start going to them over like your Walmarts and shit like that they're going to start supporting from within the community, and not even actively like, oh, I'm trying to do this. It's just out of just pure like convenience. Yeah, it's convenience. And this is before there were any food trucks like that. Now this is like
they everywhere now, because I remember my brother had one before anybody had one, and that's when High Life Studio was off of Mercury Boulevard. That's how long ago that was. So I don't know. The food trucks are taking over. They're really dope. I eat off a lot of food trucks.
Yeah, like, I remember when there were none out here, and it's like it's just crazy to see
just
that.
Hear about them being in California and stuff.
Yeah, that's the shift, and it's like I feel like it's the same thing with the music. Like it's just like we're by necessity. It's just like everything that you need is right here. Like we got every little genre that you need, and what's gonna happen is I feel like it's gonna turn into like a Houston situation where it's just like we're not gonna have to go outside of our community to do well. We'll do fine. It's gonna take some time, and then that's when the outside sources are gonna come in, and they're gonna try getting shit out of people. And hopefully, niggas will know better, but they won't, and we'll go from there.
So I got one last question. How do you feel about Pusha T's Airwave label coming here? Do you think he's gonna put a lot of Virginia people on?
Yeah, I think that seems to be their business structure, like to specifically, and I feel like, and we talked about this earlier too. I feel like Pusha T is just aware that it's a lot of potential here, but it depends on the label too, because it's one of them. It's just like any other label or business situation where it's just like it's a good idea, but the wrong thing to fuck it up.
Right.
So we're not gonna hope for that. We want it to go well, but just to be aware of it. So I think what will behoove them, and I'm sure they're already on, is to make sure that they're not just signing safe artists, which means that it's not like, let's make sure that we're not just signing people that just sound like what's popping right now. Like definitely do that, because that's still a business. Be smart, do what's popping, but also do this shit like, don't be like record labels right now who aren't building up artists. They just taking what's already hot. It's like that's fucking easy. Like, bro, like they used to do. Like, see who has potential and build up an artist, so that way you can build longevity with them. I feel like if they operate in that regard, it'll be fine. It's gonna help them out. It's gonna help us out, and it'll be cool. But I also want to make sure that artists out here, don't let this be an opportunity to be fucking lazy. Like, do your research. Like, don't just sign to people because it's a cool idea or it just sounds like a good idea. Like, get a lawyer, read your contract, know what you're getting into, know what you want. Cause a lot of niggas, they get into deals or business situations and it's like, it's a cool deal, but then you don't know what the fuck to ask for. So make sure you know
your shit.
Yeah.
If you want to get in the industry.
Don't just ask for answers. Know the questions that you're supposed to be asking to.
Right. Word. So where can they find you at, Skuzii?
Shit, everywhere. As long as you can spell Skuzii, that's all that matters. So it's of course Skuzii with 2 eyes, hopefully like your face. Again, everywhere I'm on Facebook, SoundCloud, YouTube, goddamn Apple Music, Deezer. If you're in a different country, got greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, everything. But in all seriousness though, I'm literally on every single streaming platform that exists at this moment, and any ones that will occur in the future. I got videos on YouTube, I got content on Instagram, Twitter, whatever you like, I got it for you.
Yeah. Well, y'all heard it here first. Skuzii, my album dropping. Skuzii song Jameson is up there. It's produced by my producer. I do have to say thank you again for gracing my album, Skuzii. I think you're so dope, and whatever I can do to make sure you get exposed, I'm gonna do it, man. I know you're gonna take off. I don't know when, but I know.
I appreciate it.
You have it in you, and you're driven. So thank you for sticking around, still doing music. We appreciate the artists that don't just start and stop. They continue, you know.
Yeah.
So keep blessing us with that dope music. Y'all already know it's The Dirty Show. Go down every Wednesday. Pull up. Check it out. Subscribe to my YouTube. Deuces.
Eat ass.